What's up, guys? It's your boy Juan here with the video. One of my first videos that I'm actually interacting with you guys and showing you a little bit of what I do. Some of y'all guys know that I do with all these OBSs, like the one I have here in the background. Um, I do a lot of these raffles, and my raffles are what I do with these trucks. But before I get started into that, I'm gonna kind of give you a rundown of what exactly I do and how it all started. Um, it started with a square body actually that I had bought from a guy in San Antonio, and I drove it here, had it here for a little bit, and then from there, me and my buddy, we started talking. Hey man, let's do some trades, and we ended up trading them. So shout out to my boy Obi, and ended up trading my square body for an OBS. And I know some of you guys are like, man, that was crazy. Why did you do that? That I wouldn't do that, whatever. But at the time, the square bodies were it. It was the end thing. It was like, yeah, you got a square body, man, it's badass. But now, I would say like maybe about a year later after that happened, the OBSs were the new C10s. So I was like, okay, cool. At the moment, I didn't know what I had. It's OBS, cool. Fixed it up, did the interior, did a mild sound system, nothing too crazy. And I had a lot of people asking me, goes, "Hey man, you should sell it. You should sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it." I didn't want to sell it. Crazy idea came across. And one of my other buddies, I can't remember his name. I want to say, I don't want to say it because I don't remember exactly, but it was one of those things where like, "Hey man, why don't you raffle it?" And I was like, you know what? Sounds like a good idea. So, me being my first raffle, I went through a lot of hurdles with the Facebook because you can't say the word raffle. You got to say waffle and stuff like that. Well, went through all that, the heartaches, and if some of you guys out there know, it's tough. But went through the hurdles, got it all squared away. It worked out great. I did that truck, and it was a big hit. Um, for the first time ever doing something like that, I was nervous. I was scared. The first thing that came into mind, people gonna start hating. Oh, he's a scammer. Don't buy nothing from him. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. Is stuff like this. So I ended up, just go ahead and said, screw it, bite the bullet and did it. It was great. It was really great. And from there came the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And with the support and the trust from a lot of the people from Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, I am where I am right now. And I'm not a big shot. I'm nobody like, oh my God, it's this guy is, no, I'm not. I'm just, like I said, I'm your average Joe, and that's how it became to what it is now. And a lot of the stuff that I do is here in house in the garage, like your average Joe, with your average toolbox, and I get it done. And don't be afraid, to bust your knuckles and get dirty and save yourself a lot of money and a lot of time. Because I don't know about you guys, but some of these shops, they charge what they charge because of what they know. And a lot of people don't understand that. And you're paying somebody not for how quick they do something, or oh man, it took you, XYZ time and I could have done that. Well, if you could have, you would have done it and saved yourself, that person's time and your time and your money. So, but anyways, so that's how that became into what I do with these trucks. I learned it, and it is what it is. But I had some knowledge of how to use power tools, how to use, stuff like that. So, and a lot of the stuff that I use are kits that you can buy, online from your, well-known suppliers out there. So stuff that you could, like I said, you could do in your garage with, just simple tools. If you don't know how to weld, I don't know how to weld. I'll admit I don't know how to weld, but I know how to use tools and drill bits and stuff like that. So these kits are sold because they work with bolt-on, and that's what I do, is a lot of bolt-on, and it works. So that's what I'm doing to these trucks. I do everything when it comes to the C notches, the drops, all that stuff. So that saves a lot of time and money after work. I work on these trucks, get them nice, and get that nice standstill, because every truck, they might have the same drop, but each one looks different. You might have a 2.4, you might have a 3.5, 4.6, 5.7, you know, stuff like that. But again, this is what I do with these trucks, and just kind of an introduction of what I do. And then as I go along with some of these videos, I'll tell you guys, hey, you know what? Now we're going to the next project. This one I'm doing to this one. This one I'm doing to the other one, XYZ. But like the one y'all see in the background, that's the red one I'm going to be doing next. Show you a little bit of that truck. That's what I'm going to be doing next. I'll be working on that one. I did do a video previously, doing kind of a little bit of walk around and what the vision on that's going to be. So with that being said, I will, leave y'all with this introduction video. Just like I said, it's just something short, straight to the chase, and then we'll go from there. And I'll see y'all, and I'll show y'all, and I'll talk to y'all more about how I do these builds, and how the next one's gonna be. And I hope I get some subscribers and people follow me, on all social media platforms, which that would be nice. And we'll go from there. See you on the next one.